Well, hello everyone. I'm Joe,
And I'm
and
Phil.
and we're here today to talk about using your CRM in your business and what happens when you use it for more than just a sales team. It's time to start thinking outside the box on this.
Yeah, and Joe, you're assuming that they have a CRM system. So maybe, some do, we know that, but some don't. It's amazing how many don't. Anyway, so today's topic is using a CRM system for customer service. So customer service using a CRM system to increase sales. I like that topic because one of the things that we need to have in business is probably more sales, whether it's from a new client prospect or existing, which is often a forgotten asset, is the current customer base, right?
Well, that's right. And customer service can play a role even in sales. Besides the existing client, when you're being presented with this product or service from a salesperson, you can say, well, Phil is going to be the person who's going to help you walk you through how to use this product or how to get that service set up and running. And so that's part of the sales process versus somebody else says, yeah, just buy it. We'll get it set up for you, yada, yada, yada. So
So today, I know you and I talked about a couple of things, and I know that for those that stay to the end, we'll be able to get a free offer, yeah, just leave it at that, free offer. So if you want the complimentary offer, no strings attached, an opportunity, hang out to the end. Today we're going to, if time permits, we're going to talk about 8 different things to be considered around customer service and using your CRM. So what would be one of the first things that we talk about regarding the CRM system for increasing sales through customer service?
well, the first thing to me would be most important, which is the follow-up after the sale. And, you know, getting out there and connecting with that person or company and making sure that one, they got the product, and two, or they've got notification of how to access the service, and two, let's see how we can help you.
So
That's Go ahead.
I was good with your experience. You've been doing this for how long now, Joe?
Oh, for a good 25 years.
Yeah. So in that 25 years, you've probably run across a client prospect. Well, not a prospect, a client, and help them with the implementing a follow-up system with regards to a new customer coming on.
That's right. And basically, for example, I can really put one into play here that's on a personal level. I am now experiencing the process of changing my telephone system to a new company. Talked with the salesperson, went through all the offer, and he told me that you're going to be contacted immediately once you decide on this offer. I did, and basically the next thing I got was a customer service email, and then I started getting phone calls, and they're helping me try to set it all up, walk me through.
Awesome. Really good example. So we try and keep these calls every Thursday morning at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time and 8:30 Mountain Standard Time, to about 20 minutes. So I'm going to move on to the next point of the 8 that we have here. What's point number 2?
To be friendly to the person instead of, hi, I'm calling and just want to see if you need any help with the product or service. Start a conversation, be more, relate more to the person, and make sure that they understand that you're here to help. Really, you've got to be friendly and that
So
customer service piece.
how does the CRM system make you more friendly?
Well, first of all, the CRM system, when the salesperson has been putting information in there about what this person is like, if there's a place to do that, what to expect when you call that person, look at some of the emails and the type of information going back and forth. And of course, understanding what service they bought, so that's
So,
really there to help with that.
so what I'm hearing, Joe, is that if the salespeople have done their job right, and with the CRM system, they would have a scripting that they would follow, or they should have a sales process that we would follow once the consumer engages. And then they would take the notes, put them into the CRM system. Everybody who's involved with that new client would see the notes. So you could put things in there, call right away, or don't call before, or call afterwards because they've got a new dog, they've got a new baby, it's their anniversary. So you could talk about that kind of stuff. Say, hey, I understand that you recently had your 5th wedding anniversary. How exciting is that? Where did you go? Right? Is that what you mean?
Right, things like that. Just could be even things that if the salesman has an area where you can put in the type of hobbies or things that interest the person, that's it.
Well, I bet you there's not very many people that do that. And how impactful do you think that would be for the customer, consumer, client, whatever you want to call them? Take them out of that into the human side of it. How impactful do you think that would be to them?
I think it would be big because now it's a little more personable. And, you're not just treating that new customer as just somebody on the end of the phone that they're going to deal with,
Yeah, and if you go back to an old book written, I don't know how long ago, but it's still relevant today, and it's How to Win Friends and Influence People. And there's a bunch of things in there in terms of principles and concepts that if you were to borrow those and put them in your CRM system like you're talking about, really building the rapport, trust, and the sincerity in the relationship. That's people say word of mouth is the best advertising. This is a heck of a way to augment that word of mouth marketing by really seeking to understand and showing that you care. In my world, Brian Tracy uses a phraseology, says nobody cares about you until they know how much you care about them. Right. So I think that's what you're saying here, right?
Yeah, and actually that falls into the number 3 item, which is the bonding with the customer.
Yeah, I was going to jump right into that myself.
Beat you to it.
I know. That's how you know well. It's
but yeah, now you're bonding with the customer. They're starting to relate to you. And since you're in customer service, that's going to help initiate this whole following through to help them out. So, which then leads you to number 4, help with the customer initially using the product purchased. And that was the whole goal to start with. But all those things up front make it easier for you to work with that customer as a customer service person. And they're more encouraged to want to work with you.
And if they're more encouraged to working with you and having a better relationship and a better experience, because one of the things I want to go back up to is customer service could be a platitude, a cliche. Yeah, we're the best customer service, 25 years best customer service. You may or may not. Typically, though, that's overused and overstated. With doing what you're suggesting here, you can have evidentiary pieces, proof, social proof, that your 25 years of customer experience isn't just a platitude. It's actually sincere, accurate, and proven by getting testimonials, which is point number 5.
That's
so
right.
Tell us how a CRM system helps us with getting testimonials.
First thing it can do is remind the customer service person as a task that they should be asking for it, okay? Then second, the customer service person can send them out a little email that asks for the testimonial. Can you type up a testimonial quickly for us, okay, of your experience, how you like the product and how you like the service. And that's really a simple way of doing it.
And it's not, you would set that up, like whenever you do the CRM setting up, there's always this, I'm a client of Joe's as well. He's been great helping me with my own CRM system. There's some awkward heavy lifting at the beginning to get everything in place. So, but don't let that intimidate you, because once you've done the heavy lifting, you do it once and then what is that, rinse and repeat kind of thing. So once you've got somebody in there, all of these things we're talking about become automated. And I have a favorite acronym, SYSTEM,
Right.
and it stands for Save Yourself Time, Energy, and Money. So after you've done the heavy lifting with working with somebody like Joe in your CRM system, then it's automated. You can go on and you can almost like consider this as a franchise because you systematized your business. There's a great book by Gerber, and he talks, it's called The E-Myth Revisited. And what he talks about in there is systematizing your business, franchising it. Not that you have to have a franchise, right, Joe? It's just
Right.
using your CRM system so that the experience, customer service stuff, is consistent throughout the whole process.
Right. Right. And you know, using the CRM system like this, basically you know, people say, well, it's just a tool and I got to pay for it. But, you know, it's more than a tool. It is now a part of your whole process, and it helps to expand your business. So
You
there
said
is a
the three-letter
return on
word.
this investment.
There, see? You just took the words right out of my head. Yeah, they see it from, they're paying for something. And the thing is to shift your thinking. It's an investment. It's like having another person that you don't have to pay any of the, depending which country you're in, pensions, insurances, all those sort of things that you have to have in place to keep an employee employed from
Right.
the government side of things. You don't need to do all that with this because it's not a human being. It's a system utilizing and leveraging
That's it. That's
technology.
true.
And then the other thing, point number 6, is you could find out how you're doing. How do you do that, Joe?
You asked them to take a little survey. I'd like you to take a survey of our call today and our services, and please let us know what you think of them. And we are always looking for great feedback to help improve working with you and others. And
Yeah,
so you
so
have a survey.
asking them what they liked about, what they didn't like about it, it allows you to improve your offering. I know there's a little company called Zappos who have a 2 or 3 question survey, and it's helped them turn their shoe selling online business into a multi-billion-dollar business. I think was actually ended up being bought by Amazon. Now, we're not suggesting just because you have a CRM system, Amazon's going to buy you. Could happen, but that's not what we're here for. There's a couple, the last 2 points are kind of interesting. One of the other things we don't do on a consistent basis, I'm finding, as a business coach, marketing strategist, one of the conversations I have with my clients on a consistent basis is how many times are they asking for a referral, an introduction to somebody? So point number 7 on your 8-point list here, Joe, could you tell us just a little bit more about how having a CRM system in place helps with referrals?
Again, maybe this is after not necessarily the first call, but it could be. But it could be the second call as a follow-up to your first call. You have a task as a customer service person to ask them for a referral. And at that point, you're doing it early in the whole process of them using the product or service, which in general should be that this is when they're the most happiest with it, instead of 6 months later or a year later. Oh, yeah, well, it's been doing its thing and I'm happy with it. But instead, yeah, I'm really excited. You're hoping to get from this person on the referral. I'm really excited about the product and service. So far, I've been really impressed with what it does, yada, yada. So you get it done early and you have your customer service person getting that referral, basically sending it out to other people, and that's going to help.
And the other thing I want to point out is that if you've done the heavy lifting and you've put it in as a task, as a function that happens, the script is right there, the questions to ask, to prompt them.
Right.
And you can test and measure what's your conversion rate on referral requests.
Right.
So going back to system, save yourself time, energy, and money. This is a way that CRM system can assist you in that area.
Right.
It's interesting. You said something, and I don't think you really believe what you just said. Oh, that does not sound very good, does it?
No.
It sounded like what you were saying is that once a customer's been, they're happy at the beginning, but after time goes by, they're not happy anymore, so they won't give you a testimonial. Now, the CRM system, if you're getting that feedback, you can raise their excitement level, positive experience level, because your survey has had some input where they're not happy, where your customer service guys can go back to them, have a conversation, and sort it out. So the excitement level or the appreciation level of what you're offering doesn't dissipate. It can maintain or grow. And it gives you an opportunity to leverage what you have and make other offers, upgrades, additional services, different products that you've introduced or they had some kind of interest in but didn't do it. CRM system is a money machine if you allow it to be. Would you agree, Joe?
That's right, I would. And I think what I was trying to get at, and maybe I wasn't too clear, was in the beginning is when they're most excited about using the product or service. 6 months, a year from now, they could still be getting great benefits out of it. And the thing is that, yeah, now it works. It's been doing along okay, fine, and I'm happy. But in the beginning, maybe you get a little more excitement out of them, a little more, positive relation they're going. And you take that referral and you can, when they give you some names of people for the referral, maybe you can take a quote and put it in your email and send it to, hey, Phil, just want to let you know, Joe Norcott referred me to you, and this is what he said about our product or service. So.
Yeah, and I wasn't throwing you under the bus. I just thought it was something we need to talk about just to make sure that people understand that keeping a customer is the most important thing once you've got them to be a customer. Right. And often what ends up happening is, because of majority of businesses that I've run into and the other coaches and marketing experts that I hang out with are having a similar experience. This is as high as 80% of the time. Right. They don't have a CRM system that they're consistently using on a regular basis. Their only CRM touch would be sending out an invoice, sending out a reminder to pay the invoice, sending out a harsher reminder statement, and then sending Guido to get it. Well, that's not what we're talking about with the CRM system. We're talking about nurturing and maintaining a great relationship that started. And by implementing the ideas that these 8 points talk about, you'll be able to do that in your own business and grow it and manage the mismanaged asset. We've talked about this several times over the last few months about the lost opportunity by not managing your existing and looking after your existing customers' base.
Right, and that brings us into number 8, which is asking for repeat sales or upselling. So that's where it's easier to sell to an existing customer than trying to find one. And absolutely. If that means getting, repeat sales or upselling to product B because they brought product A, then, that's where customer service can play a major role in increasing the sales that you have in your company every month. So.
And in addition to upselling, you could do cross-selling, you could do a downsell to some other product. If they're a long-term customer, like a good buddy of ours, Ben. Hi, Ben. We're throwing you into the bus. He changed where he was living, and the vehicle he had wouldn't park it wasn't easy to park in the new underground parking, so he went to the company that he always goes to because they've looked after him. And he changed out of the lease he was in to get a vehicle that he could park it in the new downtown condo in the new city he moved to. So you just never know where opportunity is if you service those that have been investing in your business by buying your products and or services.
That's
so
right.
Repeat sales is a mismanaged asset, right?
Right.
So,
right.
Is there anything else you want to add to that?
I just think that this is where most companies miss their opportunities, is the repeat sales.
Yeah.
And they're working too hard chasing after something new. So whereas they can increase their sales 10, 20, 30% just by doing repeat sales.
There is the 80-20 rule kicks in here, I believe. It's 80. How does it go in respect to this? A referral repeat business customer the opportunity is increased by 80%. If you go out and search for invest in marketing, other sales types of activities to get a new customer signed up, it's 20% of the time or less to have
Right.
them convert to be a customer. So it's a huge thing here. These 8 ideas that Joe has introduced to us, following up with a new sale, having a system to do that, being friendly, having a way to bond with people because you understand what they're all about, helping the customer with the initial implementation, having a system and a process to do that, a reminder to ask for testimonials, look, provide a survey so get some feedback, see how you're doing, ask for referrals, and then repeat sales. So we promised for those of you who hung out to the end of this, there would be an opportunity, an offer. And Joe, could you tell us about what that is?
Yeah, what that offer is that I'm encouraging everyone here to, on Bigger Slice of Business Facebook group here, submit a request for a 20-minute online call with me to discuss your CRM system, or if you don't have one, why you should, but one of the focuses can be on customer service. How can you use your CRM system if you have one, or why you should get one at that point, with customer service based on whatever processes you have. And I'd be happy to review that with them.
And of course, it's cost millions of dollars to do that. No, it doesn't. What's the price?
Billions. No, the price is that it's going to be free.
It's free, right? Just
Right.
get to the point, Joe. It's free. No cost, no obligation, nothing to buy. No credit cards will be asked for. It's just an opportunity to tap into Joe's brain around CRM systems. The guy's a genius. He's helped me out immensely with mine, and I'm leveraging it. Every day I get better and better, and what it's doing is the feedback I'm getting from people is great. While I'm out talking or delivering a service or working with a prospective client, the system's working on behalf of me, providing content and information to those that I've pre-programmed the system, using it for all sorts of things, which if you hang out with us every Thursday at 8:30 Mountain Standard Time or 10:30 Eastern Standard Time with Joe and I, you'll learn tips and tricks along the way. And there's no cost. It's 20 minutes of your time.
That's right. Well, Phil, thank you very much for the kudos. And that's right. If they hang out with us at this time, then they'll learn something they knew they can do with their CRM.
So I'm Phil. Oh.
So I'm Joe, and I like
Joe
to play
and
with
I'm Phil.
and I like to play with CRM systems with my clients and get them up and running and help them make more money. So anyways, thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Looking forward to it, Joe.